A quick but important reference lesson for the process domain: stakeholder roles across project environments. Here's the thing the exam loves to test. A project's roles don't disappear when you go Agile. They get redistributed. The same responsibility simply lands on a different person. Let's map who owns what and how it shifts. The one big idea, and it's worth stating clearly: every role has a core responsibility, and that core stays constant across environments. Somebody always owns value. Somebody always funds the project. What changes is who performs that duty and how. In a predictive environment, the project manager holds most of the planning and control duties directly. In an Agile environment, those very same duties redistribute to the product owner, the Scrum Master or team facilitator, and the self-organizing team. So when an exam question describes a duty and asks who owns it, your answer depends on the environment. Same duty, different owner is the discriminator. Now scan the full map. Here's the first half of the roles, the core delivery roles. Don't memorize every cell. Read across a row to see how a duty travels. The sponsor owns the business case in both worlds, approving baselines and gates in Predictive, staying engaged and shaping vision in Agile. The project manager plans and controls scope, cost, schedule, and runs change control in Predictive, then shifts to servant leadership in Agile, sharing duties. The product owner barely exists in Predictive. Its job is spread across the sponsor, business analyst, and customer, but in Agile, it owns the backlog. The Scrum Master is absorbed by the PM in Predictive, but in Agile removes impediments and protects focus. The team executes assigned tasks in Predictive and self-organizes and estimates in Agile. And the PMO moves from audits and reporting toward coaching and light governance. And the second half, the supporting and governance roles. Again, scan across each row. The functional manager negotiates matrix time in Predictive and provides stable, dedicated members in Agile. The steering committee makes gate decisions in Predictive, value and roadmap decisions in Agile. Customers sign off at milestones in Predictive, but give continuous feedback each iteration in Agile. The business analyst produces requirements documents in Predictive and supports the product owner by keeping the backlog clear in Agile. Vendors are managed via contract in Predictive and become integrated, collaborative partners in Agile. And the last row is the one to circle, the change control board. In Predictive, it approves, defers, or rejects changes. In Agile, it's replaced by backlog reprioritization. Let's make the redistribution explicit, because it's the heart of this lesson. When you go Agile, the project manager's traditional load splits three ways. Value and priorities go to the product owner, who owns and orders the backlog. Process facilitation and impediment removal go to the Scrum Master or team facilitator. And estimating and deciding the how go to the self-organizing delivery team. What's left for the project manager? They shift towards servant leadership and governance, supporting the people doing the work rather than directing it. One job becomes three roles. That's the mental model to carry into any role-based question. Two classic distractors to lock in. First, the change control board. In Agile, there is no formal CCB. Changes are handled by the product owner reprioritizing the backlog. If an Agile scenario offers, convene the change control board. That's almost always the wrong answer. Second, the product owner in Predictive. Its duties don't simply vanish. They spread across the sponsor, the customer, and the business analyst. So there is no product owner in Predictive, is technically true as a title, but the value ownership work still happens, just under different names. And one constant to anchor on. The sponsor owns the business case and the ultimate go, no-go in both environments. That never moves. To recap this reference, the core responsibility of each role is constant. What changes is the owner and the how, depending on the environment. In Agile, the project manager's duties redistribute to the product owner, the facilitator, and the team. There's no change control board in Agile. The product owner reprioritizes the backlog instead. And the sponsor owns the business case and go/no-go authority in every environment. Keep this map handy as we work through the 10 process tasks. That's your reference for stakeholder roles across project environments. That's it for this lesson. See you in the next lesson.